Hey, good morning. Start with the reading of Proverbs 2. I'm going to do a few videos in a row. I'm not sure what happened to a few of my Proverbs that I did, but I'll just redo them. That's no problem. I'd like to share my shirt with you. Dare to resist drugs and violence. That's what I need to do, resist drugs and violence. All right. And alcohol, nicotine, all that stuff that's bad and unhealthy for me. I like to try to keep my temple pure and holy. I make mistakes. A lot of people make mistakes sometimes. So I think part of being a Christian is not pointing out other people's flaws. Oh, you. But we don't. I don't compare myself to other people. I compare myself to Jesus Christ. So that's our perfect example. What does it prove? Comparing myself to Joe over there or to Susie over there. I mean. Um, that I'm not as bad of a sinner as that person. I mean, we compare ourselves to Jesus Christ, and then the scripture, Romans 3:23, then we begin to understand, for all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God, and thank God for Jesus Christ. Anyways, Proverbs 2:1. My son, I'm reading out of this is a King James type of version Bible here. Okay. My son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments with thee, so that thou incline thy ear unto wisdom, and apply thine heart unto understanding. If thou seek her as silver, and searchest for her as for hid treasures, then thou shalt understand the fear of the Lord, and find the knowledge of God. For the Lord giveth wisdom. Out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. He layeth up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly. He keepeth the paths of judgment, and preserveth the way of his saints. Then shalt thou understand righteousness, and judgment, and equity, yea, every good path. When wisdom entereth into thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul, discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee. To deliver thee from the way of the evil man, from the man that speaketh froward things, who leave the paths of uprightness to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice to do evil and delight in the frowardness of the wicked, whose ways are crooked, and they froward in their paths. To deliver thee from the strange woman, even from the stranger which flattereth with her words, which forsaketh the guide of her youth, and forgetteth the covenant of her God. For her house inclineth unto death, and her paths unto the dead. None that go unto her return again, neither take they hold of the paths of life. Thou that mayest walk in the way of good men, and keep the paths of the righteous. That thou mayest walk in the way of good men, and keep the paths of the righteous. For the upright shall dwell in the land, and the perfect shall remain in it. But the wicked shall be cut off from the earth, and the transgressors shall be rooted out of it. That's reading of Proverbs 2. God bless you.